I actually know an American who lives in London who doesn't like to get sick and go to the hospital there. She gets put in a ward, which is shared with other people. And, that's not the greatest. So, but then I know people here, including myself, who have left the country for healthcare. So it's actually been cheaper for me to fly to Spain and have a vacation.
Wow.
Yeah. I needed a mouth guard once, and it was $850 here in New York. In Spain, it was $110.
Wow.
So do I want a vacation in a foreign country and a mouth guard?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Hard to know what information is the right information. I mean, if what Obama is saying is true, then how is what the New York Times is saying true? And I'm sure there's loopholes and different news goosing of different numbers somewhere, but to be honest, I don't really know. I mean, I've been with healthcare for a long time, so my costs haven't gone up or down.
I think it's a good thing that the bill is passed. At the same time, I think I wish it would have been 100%.
I was in favor of the bill that just passed because I think everybody should have self-form of health care.
I oppose the bill because it's wrong, because there's people in this country that don't have the papers to be able to sign up for the health care.
I was actually opposed to it. The reason for that is because I feel like reform needs to happen, but I'm not necessarily sure that that was the reform that needs to happen. I think that a lot of the reform needs to happen with kind of the overhead costs. Like, medical malpractice is really high, and a lot of physicians are paying a lot of money for that, and that's a lot of what's jacked up prices, and also just sort of the private interest. So I think I'm just not sure it was the right bill. I know that there needs to be a bill. I know that there needs to be reform, and I just don't think that this was actually it. And I feel like it became a very partisan debate instead of it really being about what was right for the country and what was right for the people.
I think the bill that was passed was kind of a joke. I think it's great that they tried to do something or said that they were trying to do something, but I think there's just way too many, there's a lot of stuff that just wasn't addressed. It's going to cost a ton. I really doubt that it's going to do what they say it will do, because it just never does. Programs like that, there's just the bureaucracy, it just doesn't work. So again, it's great that they took it up. They've tried to put it up before. I know back in the 90s with Clinton and tried to do it, and nothing really popped off. But even still, I think it's kind of a joke.
I don't really know what the whole Obama thing's about, blah, blah. All I know is when I go to Sweden, when I go to Finland, when I go to Denmark, when I go to any of these places, everybody's having a nice time. They're smiling, laughing at each other. Who knows what all the factors are, but ultimately happiness is what anybody...
I think that's what anybody wants.
I think that's why they're here in the sunshine. I think that this is bringing you happiness right now, and if it's going to cost $300 million, I don't know where it's going to come from, but for some reason, I think the thing to do is to take a little look at what's going on over there. Did it cost them $300 million to kick all that into gear? What does it cost $300 million to have more of these happen?
Personally, I'm a fan of more tax for better healthcare.
Okay.
I've been to other countries that have a much higher tax and a much better healthcare system, and I think the quality of life is far better overall. I spent some time in Sweden and know that they pay 25% of their taxes, but also know that my girlfriend faints in the middle of the afternoon in times in the center of Stockholm. She'll be in a hospital with the best healthcare within half an hour.
I was in the service, and in Germany, people don't worry about their health care. And it's fine. I think so. Numbers should stabilize eventually.
Based on today's economy, I don't think it's going to make a difference much, because if you keep looking in the past, it's all the same. There's still economic problems going on, so I don't think it's going to make a difference.
They kept saying it was going to save money, but not really, because we're going to be taxed, and then we're also going to be paying more. So, I feel like it's not really going to lower my costs. Right now, I'm paying for my own health care, and it's expensive, as you probably know, as a freelancer, and if there was some way to make it better, I think that's fine. I know they had the thing in, Massachusetts?
Yeah.
And I heard an interview with Mitt Romney, and he was like, well, their bill was 20 pages, whereas the national health care bill was 2,000,
Several thousand, yeah.
I just think it doesn't need to be that complicated.
No, I don't think, I don't see. I think the garbage that the Democrats and Obama. I mean, I like me some Obama, but I've been a little disappointed. But nevertheless, we're not on that. Them saying that they were going to somehow cut costs, make it cut costs. I don't see how they. I mean, even when they ran the numbers, it just didn't make sense, and I don't think it will. It doesn't surprise me. The New York Times article that came out that said that it won't. No, it doesn't surprise me at all.